Welcome to Nippert Stadium, home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. They've been playing football here since 1902, and this crowd today is fired up and ready to get going. This is not your normal matchup. A battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the SMU Mustangs. Taking on the second-ranked team, the Cincinnati Bearcats. EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Mustangs will kick this away to start us off. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. First down here for this offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Running past the 35. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. Quarterback's got it on the option. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
That's a good call on the option, but the quarterback doesn't execute that well. I don't know if he was fooled by the way that defensive end slow played it or not, but the end deserves a lot of credit for coming up with a great tackle.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Linebackers making some adjustments now. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. He's found some room at the 45. Tackled, but not before picking up big yards and a first down. Defense couldn't stop the option that time.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And looking to throw now on first down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Touchdown, Bearcats. This quarterback on fire today. Well, that is a dream start for the offense. But what an opening possession.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to kind of get settled into a game. These guys didn't really wait at all. They had a script. They knew exactly how to attack the defense. It works out.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll run it here. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll run the option. It's a quarterback keeper. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Oh, and it's almost intercepted on the first possession here. It's going to bring up third down.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41. Direct snap to the back. Defense stops him short of the markers, and now it's fourth down. And the Mustangs will bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Did not get a hold of it, not what the punter was hoping for. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. They punched it in their last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? The pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking for some space. It's Marshall. Makes a nice move there. They've got him down out near the 40.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Movement at the second level of the defense now. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on second down. Escapes the pocket. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Fires it to the wideout. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Always have to be careful on the sideline, not to step out accidentally. The wide receiver does a good job here on the route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
The Bearcats line up on 1st and 10 now. They'll try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because you can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
A lot of times college quarterbacks get more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Lining up to try the extra point. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. SMU offense is back out on the field now. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down after that previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Crucial third down play right here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. The stop is finally made, but it's a big gain. Stopped at the 49.
This quarterback is making his big plays in the most critical moments in this game. Not only does he come up with a first down, but he picks up huge yards. And how did it get done? Gets away from the rush, keeps his poise. And then how about him directing traffic as he moves downfield to pick up extra blockers? It's a really nice run.
And it's intercepted. They read the screen perfectly. Look out, he's got some space. Past the 20. Inside the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Oh, my gosh. He completely baits the quarterback here. The quarterback thinks he can dump it off to the running back. The defense anticipates it, steps in front of it, and goes to the house for a touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after. It's blocked. Still a live ball here. Tough running there. Past the 50. Across the 40. Inside the 20. At the 10. And he takes it all the way back for 2 points. What a play. Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to advance on the ball.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Here's the second down play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Cincinnati 20, SMU 2.
Got it.
Here's the option play. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
And that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Trying to extend the play. Fights off a defender. They get him down, but that's a good run. Enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But there's the defense stepping up and making a nice play. Let's face it, this quarterback has been tough to deal with. He's been able to run and pick up some good yards, but this time, the defense is in position, and they tackle him for a loss.
Defense is coming after him. And the sophomore a little bit too much air under that throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lofting it toward the left sideline. He grabs it inside the 20. Touchdown, Ponies. Strong game by this quarterback.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Just love watching this back line. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking for the wide out. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you gotta have to come up with and make a catch.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Fighting off the defender. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. Too much on that throw.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this fourth down situation.
No fair catch. He feels the punt. Coverage team brings down the returner. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? Running with purpose. The freshman brought down after a nice run.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
Back in motion now. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Important second down play coming up. They're going to run the option. They'll toss it to the back. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring it down. It's third down after that run. Play action fake, looking to throw. Locates the tight end. It's complete. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The Mustangs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. Well, they feed the fullback here, and the big fella with a solid gain there.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of college offenses that still display a fullback. It sure is nice to see a guy that not only can block most of the game, but occasionally get his hands on the football and get some positive yards.
The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. And the Mustangs are in the red zone. Now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. The Mustangs will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. He's got his man in the open field. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Gain moves the ball to the 43. First down coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. He's going to pull it down and run. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. Only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. First down and 10. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Now they've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. And the Bearcats come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Second down, we're going to throw it. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
That's playing to the echo of the whistle here in this first half. They just keep pouring it on. Why not just continue to be aggressive? It's worked out so far for them. What a big lead they've worked up now here in this first half.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
SMU 16.
The Bearcats will kick this away to begin the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down but missed it.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. They'll try the option play here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes the catch downfield. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Oh, and it's incomplete. They call a screen on first down, but he just dropped it.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch to the back. Inside the 35. He's tackled after a big gain. Picks up a first down. Great execution on the option.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
And the Mustangs pick up enough to get a first down there. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. It's an option look. Quarterback still with the football. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. Still plenty of life left. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Now they'll go for a two-point conversion. They'll run the option. Quarterback keeps the football. The back's got it on the pitch. He'll get in there for 2 points. Now the deficit, just a field goal.
I thought the defense had a shot here to stop this two-point try, but the quarterback was a magician. Great job of pitching that to the back to be able to use his speed to get to the corner for the two-point try.
Return begins inside the 10. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Get some blocks. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown. Special teams making a monster play. The returner gets the touchdown, but a bunch of guys contributed that time.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The blocks up front really set the tone to be able to give him his chance. You don't see this happen very often in this game where a guy gets a chance to have a kickoff return for a touchdown. Everything has to be just perfect, and of course, he had the speed to be able to get it all the way to the end zone.
The extra point makes it a 10-point game. Here's the kickoff team now, set to root this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And looking for a big play here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he's got some open field ahead. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. That's a design quarterback keeper. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage. Out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been unstoppable today.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's escaping the pocket now. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Here's the toss play now, running to the right. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out on the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Running play called on third and short. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
I don't know if there's much more he could have done on that play. Sometimes it's not necessarily a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. It's the defense just does a nice job at the line of scrimmage, and they make a play.
The offense will go for it here on 4th down and 3. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Bearcats. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against his secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Extra point makes it a 17-point game. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
SMU 24.
This one will be fair caught. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Big throw caught on the left side.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. Defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Urgency now for the offense. They hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day.
Because that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
They're going to run it. Finding space at the 20. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. They'll try to run it with the option. Pitches to the back. And the tackle is made in what's going to be the final play of this period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Cincinnati 41, SMU 24.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. Offense getting set up, and here's second down. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. It's a quick grab. Tackle made after the completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. They get him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 43.
What a play. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The Mustangs come to the line to run the hurry up.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
But these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. Second down and goal. Send the back in motion. They feed the fullback this time. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ponies. And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Cincinnati.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And he slings this pass over the middle. Big shot caught out of the 20. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Just ran away from the defense. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return man decides to signal fair catch. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
The completion makes it second down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket now. Quarterback looking to stretch. It's a fumble. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there.
Oh my gosh, Chris, you can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce, that ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Game makes it second and medium. Here's that defense shifting again. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Tough running there, breaks a tackle, picks up the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, that's his second touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Looking to throw it on first down. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense has not given up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board.
He pulls it in for a big gain. The tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. The Mustangs looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Chris, you know me. I love to see these quarterbacks who know they're about to get hit, stand in there, deliver the ball, take the pressure, and make the throw accurately downfield.
And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Finds the receiver wide open. Touchdown, Mustangs. This quarterback